What is up, guys? I'm back with another video for you guys, and we're going to be featuring another new champion in today's video. That champion today is going to be Illaoi. This deck is coming from Darkodius. If you don't know him, another great player, occasional content creator, so definitely recommend you go and check them out. And yeah, this deck is going to be featuring Illaoi with 2 copies of Jarvin the Fourth and a 1 of Twisted Fate. With these aggro decks running around, a 1 of Twisted Fate can be really nice. Obviously, draw as well, stun, Twisted Fate just being a very flexible card, and 3 Jarvin the 4 being something that might brick you a little bit if you're on that many copies, is the reason for that champ split there. Illaoi, though, is like the main centerpiece of this deck, and the way that Illaoi works is it gains attack for each of your tentacles that you have in play. Like, if you have tentacles of stats of like 5, it'll gain 5 attack on each attack, and will give +1/+1 to the subsequent tentacle that is on the board. So Illaoi is very strong in just scaling your units really big. We also have the Sea's Voice, which is able to give overwhelm to these tentacles. Again, the whole thing with these tentacles is that they grow to really large stat counts, and then comboing that with Illaoi just leads to a very strong mid-range attack. We also have Petricite Broadwing as just another unit that has the power of Challenger and goes well with things like Sharpsight in the deck as well. We have Cataclysm as 2 copies, which is good to just capitalize off of Illaoi buffs. Let's say we swing on an open attack and you can use the Cataclysm to just double the amount of buffs that you're getting. 2 copies of Golden Aegis, as this is just a premier Demacia card that, again, it works similar to the Cataclysm, but flexible to all the units that you have, where you're able to just trade down your enemy board with just the huge stats that we have available and then rally off of it after. And it's absolutely like almost impossible to deal with for most boards if they don't have like denies or things like that. Rallies is just really powerful. We also have Answered Prayer to just buff up the spawns. We have Watchful Idol doing similar role, getting us spawns on 1 and a very strong card to just like curve into. Hired Gun, just great to get rid of opposing threats on the enemy board and just control the blocks, which is good with Jarvin as well. Like, just being able to challenge certain cards and set them up to not have blockers for our large units is a big way for us to win games. And we have 2 copies of Single Combat and Concerted Strikes, as just more interaction with our opponent, as well as Tentacle Smash, which is a really cool card in that it gives strikes on the tentacles to help level up Illaoi, but also is pretty hard to interact with in that, like, let's say they want to freeze to stop you from killing an opponent, you'll at the very least have 3 attack no matter what, because the spawns will happen after any interaction happens. They could kill the unit, you're still going to hit for at least 3, which is good to guarantee level ups on Illaoi in certain spots if you're like close to that range, or if you have a unit on the opposing end that is a threat but maybe you chip down some health on it. You can guarantee kills in that way. So I think this is like a really cool card, very interesting interaction that it has with a lot of the cards in the deck. We also run Eye of the Nakagoboros, which gives you spawn at burst speed, which gives you burst speed blocker, burst speed attacker, which is nice in certain spots, just able to grow units and go for stronger open attacks, as well as drawing 2, which Demacia, being a region that normally doesn't have great access to card draw and things of that nature, it's just really able to capitalize off of a lot of value that you're getting in those instances. And we have 2 copies of Screeching Dragon, which just echoes the fact that I'm saying of being able to drag and control blocks in this deck is just very powerful. And yeah, I did pretty well with this deck. Pretty happy with the way that the games went, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate if you guys considered hitting that sub button. And once again, I stream almost daily, so if you guys want to go ahead and check in the description, I got a link to the stream. And it'd be great if you guys want to ask me questions or just see the games in real time. You can do that there. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. Looking to get back to regular uploads like I've been saying in the past couple videos, but this time we're doing it for real. So if you guys want to share decks, share ideas, I also have a Discord, which is a great way to get in contact with me and the rest of my community to throw ideas and share what everyone's working on. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Once again, this is coming from Darkodius, so shout out to him, and recommend that you guys check him out. I'll try to plug him in the description as well. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm thinking this hand is pretty good, no cap. It like curves perfectly. We don't need to probably hold out for this. I mean, we could, but I don't think it makes sense to do with them having like flocked, scorched, things like that. I'm actually gonna go for the Broadwing here, just because it can't get removed on 2, either guaranteed 3 damage or just pull for value. Yeah, so this is pretty nice. Starting to gain some stats in this regard. Play the Sea's Voice. Set up for a pretty strong attack. I think just passing for mana here is good.
One step ahead.
Yeah, actually this is probably fine.
Now we wait.
We can just get this down. No flash bomb high roll. Pretty sweet. I think you just always go for this open attack.
Do you hear her voice?
Developing Illaoi seems like relatively strong, but gets punished by like arachnoid, stuff like that. This is worth. He could Mystic here now to keep the Caitlyn alive. Doesn't go for it. That's crazy. Just like literally doesn't have one of the most basic cards. Either that or has the second Caitlyn.
Well,
yeah, second Caitlyn.
Hear?
Not that surprised. Oh, a smash seems kind of good. I don't think we're actually going to go for it here.
We move against fear, against doubt.
But not a bad card.
We made it. Yay.
So much for the smash. Oh, okay, Illaoi blocked. With this being the situation, a spawn 2 does not seem that bad, because this just gets more stats, gives more stats to Illaoi. Both of these are about to have overwhelm, and I think we probably just close out the game on this open. Yeah, that sucks. The rally is still helpful.
Turning yourself in?
Like literally got to be scorched. Calling. Oh wow. No, didn't have it at all. Easy game. I kind of had a read he didn't, but you know, when it comes down to the situation at the very end, you never know for sure. Ooh, and get to close out with this level up animation. It's clean. Let's go. That felt like a matchup that should have definitely been our favor. Scouts does pretty alright into that, like, and this that's kind of like the style of deck we're running, right? Alright, Thralls might prove to be a tough matchup. We'll see. I imagine this is going to be kind of hard. I don't think Hired Gun is that great. You know, I'll actually keep it just because we're like low on units. We keep Illaoi as well. And getting vulnerable onto like Lysandra or something could prove to be nice. But I feel like most of the time I'm just going to end up playing it on 2 anyways. We're just gonna curve out. Play the Sea's Voice. I like having Jarvin in this matchup.
The sea she calls, the world we answer. All things were cold.
There's the list. He can block and push us into avalanche range on that unit, but I think it's still fine. I could also look to Tentacle Smash.
The cold creeps in.
Games with somebody that's looking to like Ravine or whatever, but now the like Ravine is just super low value. Yeah, that avalanche, like, big who cares. He gets rid of one tentacle. We're probably still going to develop Broadwing. And then we have the smash to, like, punish anything. Doesn't give us anything. I'm gonna go ahead and say this attack is just fine. Another ravine. Still have a good amount of units living on the board from this. Wow. Illaoi down. We got more where that came from though. And it just deals more damage to himself too, which is cool.
I will bury the world in ice. Stand and be tested. I am inevitable.
Sure. I think I still rip this, right? And then it's just gonna get grabbed by Jarvin.
A life lesson.
And this Illaoi is just gonna get like more attack. After combat, we'll be able to play the idol as well. 5. Sure. Just saves HP. Lissandra's still down. Which is helpful in that, you know, Lissandra can definitely be very difficult, making the Nexus tough.
The sea's protection.
Get some spawns going.
Forms.
Interesting. So both of these are going to come out by next round. I think we just play challengers, right? Yeah. So Jarvin can block, and then we'll just have the ability to use that Jarvin effect next round. Going to 2. Relatively scary. I could just play this. And then we'll have drag, drag, drag. Potential lethal. I don't know if I want to lose to the other ravine. I think this is the right way to do it. I mean, if this kills everything, I think it's still fine. I'm pretty sure we live this spot every time. Okay, the attack lowering doesn't really matter. Once again, similar situation. The formidable, like, this turned out to be just like a really good drag in that regard. can freeze Jarvin. Yeah, or protect it that way. So we're still just gonna look to take this out with the tentacle smash. It's still exact, and now he's like out of mana. Another Thrall, he'll be able to advance that by 4. We'll get this Illaoi stats up though.
Defend yourself.
I think this is game. Like, Jarvin Cataclysms, fire. Obviously he has to like kill us on this next attack, or we're just easy win on the open. Get to play the other idol too. Start stacking up these spawns. Looks tough. Oh, ages. If we weren't good already. Oh, a random landmark. That's comical. Let's barrier this, I guess. And just see that surrender roll in. Yes, sir. All right. That felt good. I was a little worried about that matchup, but we were able to just like have answers for all the Thralls, and it was just easy from there. All right, up against some more Thralls. Broadwing looks nice, and I think we lose the other stuff. Double Broadwing, even better. No Thrall on 1, always nice. Makes it significantly slower for them to combo off. Definitely play this other Broadwing. And we can Sharp Sight to kill Lysandra if he plays it.
Leave your bags at the door.
Tough. I think getting Illaoi down just seems fine. All this stuff is still living like Avalanche or something like that. Yeah, sure. Seems good. And he hasn't played a Thrall yet, too, which is obviously indicative of a pretty bad hand on his side. We're going to spawn a bunch and just go for like a really aggressive attack. Since we have these challengers in place, Deny could get forced out here.
Growth demands effort. I will bury the world in ice.
I don't think we need to do anything fancy. We'll just give up the Broadwings and look to push a lot of damage. I could even keep this one back and just like threaten it trading. Actually, I think that's better. There's not much of a point. Kind of like a Cataclysm onto this off of Illaoi. If he has the Instant Sentry card, it'd be rough.
A chance to live. Nagasho.
Yeah. I'm curious if I do this, do we win? Yeah. So I'm gonna do it this way, right? And just see what his reaction is, because at the very least it'll like slow up his answers. He just didn't have it, and that's easy game right there.
Nagakaporo's move.
Yeah, I think that it was right to single combat the tentacle, so if he freezes that, we still get the Illaoi level up and the damage, but clean game. I was somewhat worried about this matchup, like, the first time we played against it, but it looks kind of favored for us, like, not gonna lie. Okay, interesting matchup. Illaoi Dittos, they got Lux, we got some other champs, of course. I don't think Twisted shines really here. I don't even think higher. I think we look for tentacle stuff. I feel like the thing that this is going to come down to is just that individual battle of who could scale harder. Might even just bank for... Oof, that's a good draw. Then we have the turn 5 spawns, like at burst. Really nice. You could just put the damage onto this to like slow this down. See, he's got to play something along with it. Yep. I think that's fine. Take the extra draw, push a little bit on this attack. A smash could be really powerful as well. Like if he plays Illaoi here or something like that. Goes for his own. If I kill this, or if I like single in response to this, it at least dies. I'm gonna say that's worth. Because I think we just want to keep like the tentacle battle per se, like even. We just pass here. Hit fine to bank mana. Let's do the attack. Now we can play the idol safely. Drop our Illaoi, start to work on that. I don't think we actually attack with the tentacle, just maybe just the Illaoi. Unless we wanted to spawn 2. That's a bit for us. Try to spawn 4, crazy. I mean, if that's the case, yeah, I think a spawn 2 is not bad. Because then this goes to 4. Threatens trades. We can see if he has like sharp sight or something. And now this attack's just super fire. Trading down's really nice. Because then we'll have the smash to kill this. Like he probably has to develop if he really wants like actual value. This pushes for 4. Doesn't level this. Still nice though.
We move against fear, against doubt.
It's good to me. You could always drag this for free. You could also kill this after as well. But I think we just hit that back. Our Illaoi is gonna level. I don't think we need to do anything like weird, like push damage onto that. That's fine.
This is it. Land or drown.
And I low-key gotta read this because I'm not super familiar with what this even does at this point. When you spawn, increase value by 1. Attack spawn 1. Fully heal your strongest tentacle. That's equal. It seems relatively the same to a Am I missing something? Just the fact that it heals it? It's funny.
The sea's protection takes many forms.
Yeah, we're gonna let Jarvin drag. I guess it only drags the tentacle. I don't know how good that is.
Come, test yourself.
Push to 1. Have rally mana. I mean, if we have rally mana, maybe just spawn a little bit more.
Relish life's
I think the spawn draw actually just a better play. Yeah, looks good. All this stuff is living concerted. Oh, it gets health too? Is that what the difference is? Okay. Sure. I think that's the game for sure then. With just the amount of mana he has left. I'm glad I didn't impulse just do the Jarvin swing just because it feels good. We'll give barrier to this. Not that really matters. Should be game. Golden Aegis is a really good card. It's crazy how good this card is. But yeah, GG. Okay, Sej GP. Fire 1-drop. I think we just look for more spawn synergy with this hand. Looks good. The Broadwing's really nice. He plays Corsair, having an answer to just pull that and take care of that fairly easily seems nice. Make it rain on 2 is pretty decent for him. The one thing I like about having the Broadwing and then the Idol is it makes it not guaranteed odds for it to hit our spawn. Butcher's annoying. I was hoping it was Corsair, to be honest. I don't even know if they've got to still be running it, right? Even though it got nerfed. Let's hit this. We can't even go for this play because they can just make it rain on the stack.
When my song ends, men die.
So this is slightly tricky. I think I just pass here, actually. Because if I have this at full health, he can't get the Plunder proc. Or it's like just more difficult for him.
I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
Unfortunate.
Nagakaburo surrounds us.
I never miss.
Bring the spirits.
Yeah, both of those kick back. I think it's just block with the Ritu here, and we try to just start clearing these Corsairs because we know that they're getting the proc anyways. Smash could be really good to kill some champs of his as well. Jarvin too. This is actually still like a pretty good attack and everything. He's on curve for leveling champs. That's like the one thing that's like really unfortunate here. But other than that, feels good. This is gonna go to a 3-3.
The spirits dance.
This will be fun.
I'm gonna actually do this so he doesn't trade away my voices.
What's that you got there? You poor thing. My song ends.
Treasures of the ages.
Merchant. Okay, so if he plays GP, yeah, he just won't have mana to interact with this. Lean. He took Broadwing. I could just Cataclysm then, because he just tapped under champs. I like it. And we get to open before Sejuani comes into combat.
You don't want to cross me.
The spawn 2 seems pretty powerful since both of these are going to have overwhelm, just overall more stats. Odd he'd give me this opportunity to just like level the Illaoi here. That's crazy. I think he will soon regret that decision.
Struggle, fight, live.
Yeah, bro's about to be mega dead.
I remember the fight. Do you hear her voice?
Like, look at this. Jesus. 10, 12. Bro, I'll see you later. Freeze one of them. Go ahead. Like, come on. Okay, sure. Nice blockers. Draw. I like it. I respect it. Not gonna make a difference, bro. And I think you gotta watch a Jarvin animation too now. Let's get it. Oh my god. Yeah, he was doing the hyper level real well, but as soon as he didn't play like GP on 5, even though we had the answer even then, but I was like, okay, this is gonna be even extra easy. Good game though, good game. And that like one attack was such a weird decision for sure. Like I was so surprised he did that to attack